Check this one. प्रेम से समापति महादेव की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Let us all stand, everyone. We're about to begin beautiful arti to our Lord. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः. ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः. ओम नमः शिवाय. ओम नमः शिवाय. निशिरिना तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. निशिरिना तुमको ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. 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 मांग सिंदूर विराजत एको मृद मद को. ओ मांग सिंदूर विराजत एको मृद मद को. उज्ज्वल से दौलना चंद्र वदन को. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. जय हो. कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजी. कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजे. रक्त पुष्प गलमाला कंठाहार साजे. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हरि वाहन राजत करक परधारी. के हरि वाहन राजत करक परधारी. सुर नर मुनि जन सेवत तिनके दुखहारी. जय अम्बे गौरी मैया, जय श्यामा गौरी. हो मैया शुंभ निशुंभ विधारी महिषासुर घाती. शुंभ निशुंभ विधारी महिषासुर घाती. धूम्र विलोचन नैना पदमाती जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी चौसतयुगणी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो ओ चौसतयुगणी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो बाजत ता मृदंगार बाजत के डमरू जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी कमला रानी ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी कमला रानी आगमनि गम भक्तानी तुम शिव पतरानी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी हो मैया जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुम दुर्गाय नमः 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 दुर्गाय नमः तुम दुर्गाय नमः तुम दुर्गाय नमः 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 जगदम्बा माता की जय। आसन लीजिए सब लोग, let us all take our seats. On this beautiful night, once more, we'd like to take this golden opportunity as we welcome each and everyone to a night of prayer, devotion, where we touch the feet of that universal Lord in the form of Sri Jagadamba Mata. On this, the 9th session and devotion towards Adi Shakti, Parashakti Ma. As we have come together once more to blend our voices, to once more bring our energies together, and to once more be relieved of the distress of the world by the darshan of Devi Mata. Once more, we say Aapko Swagat and Namaskar to each and everyone. To the members of my wonderful group, we extend Bhagwan's blessings to them on this divine and auspicious night as we've come to worship that Devi. And at this time, without further ado, let us all sit upright, let us close our eyes so that we can join in our invocation prayer, our beautiful mantras. We invite the presence of Adi Shakti into our lives. Oh ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः या देवी सर्वभूतेषु सरस्वतीरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न दाता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न विद्या न वृत्तैर्ममेव घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी भवाब्दावपारे महादुःखभीरो प्रपात प्रकामी प्रलोभी प्रमट्टः कुसंसारपाश प्रबद्धा सदाहम् घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी न जानामि दानं न च ध्यानयोगं न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रं न जानामि पूजां न च न्यासयोगम् घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी घटिस्त्वं घटिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानी ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः जयन्ते मंगला काले भद्रकाले कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्रे स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि जशो जहि रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि जशो जहि ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी, निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी, तेहो लोक फैली उजियारी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। We join in devotion to the divine Devi. And as we praise her name and we praise her form, we are saying Adi Shakti in your wonderful verses. We join all together. To those who know this beautiful line, Namo Namo Durge Sukhakarani, Namo Namo Ambe Dukhaharani. The beautiful 40 verses of Devi Durga Chalisa. Namo Namo Durge Sukhakarani, Namo Namo Ambe Dukhaharani, Namo Namo Durge Sukhakarani, Namo Namo Ambe Dukhaharani। निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारे, तिहो लोक पहले उजियारी। शशिललाट मुख महाविशाला, नेत्रलाल भ्रिकुटे विकराला, रूप मातु का अधिक सुहावे, दर्श करत जन अति सुख पावे। तुम संसार शक्ति लय देना, पालन हेतु अन्न धन देना। अन्नपूर्णा होई जगपाला, तुम ही आदि सुंदरी बाला। प्रलय का सब नाशनहारे, तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारे। शिव योगी तुम हरे गुण गावे, ब्रह्मा विष्णु तुम ही नित्य जाए। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। Everybody chants to Durga Mata. Hari. रूप सरस्वती का तुम धारा, ये सुपुत्र ऋषि मुनि न उभारा। धरि रूप नर सिंह को अम्बा, प्रगति भई पार के गंबा। रक्ष कर प्रहलाद बचायो, हिरण्यक्ष को स्वर्ग पतायो। लक्ष्मी रूप धरि जग माई, श्री नारायण अंग समाई। क्षीर सिंधु में करत विलासा, दया सिंधु दे जय मन आशा। हिंगलाज में तुम ही भवानी, महिमा अमित न जात बखानी। मातंगे धूमवते माता, भुवनेश्वर भगला सुखदाता। श्री भैरवता जगतारिणी, चिन्भाला भव दुख निवापो। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। हे हरि वाहन सोहा भवानी, लंगुर वीर चलत अगवानी। कर में कपरा कंग विराजे, जागटे काला दरबाजे। सोहि आश शास त्रिशूला, जाट उठ शत्रु ही अशूलन। नाम कोटि में तुम ही विराजत, तिहु लोक में डंका बाजत। तुम निशुंभ दानव तुम मारे, रक्त बीज शंकर संहारी। महिषासुर मृत्य अति अभिमानी, जय गवार मही अकुलानी। रूप कराल कालिका धारा, सेना सहित तुम नहीं संभारा। परिगर्भ संतन पर जब जब भाई सहाय मात तुम तब तब नमो नमो दुख. As we join together, we chant the name of the Divine Mother Holy. आभापुर अति भासव लोका सब महिमा सब कहे अशोका. बाल में है ज्योति तुम्हारे तुम है सदा पूजे नर नारी. प्रेम भक्ति से जो जस गावे दुख दरिद्र निकट नहीं आवे. जावे तुम है नर मन लाए जन्म मरण से तो छूट जाए. योगी सुर मुनि कहता पुकारे योग न होई बिना शक्ति तुम्हारी. शंकराचार्य तपहि केनो काम क्रूर जेते जबलेनो. ईश्वरन ध्यान धरो शंकर को काहू काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको. शक्ति रूप को मरम न पायो शक्ति गए तब मन पछतायो. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख. शरणागत हुई कीर्ति बखानी जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. भई प्रसन्न आदि जगदम्बा जय शक्ति नहीं की न विलंबा. मुको माटुका शाति धीरो तुम बिना कौन हरे दुख मेरो. आशा तृष्ण निपट सतावै रिपुमूरख मोहि अति दर पावै. शत्रुनाश के जय महारानी सुमिरो के का तुम है भवानी. करो कृपा है मातु दयाला रिद्धि सिद्धि दे करो विशाला. जब बिलायो जी असर बल पाओ तुम हो यश में सदा सुनाओ. दुर्गा चालीसा जो गावे सो सुख भोग परम पर पावे. देवी दास शरण निज जानी करो कृपा जगदम्बा भवानी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी. निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी तीहो लोक फैली उजियारी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुख हरणी. आज शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. We now chanted, my friends, beautifully the 40 verses of Shri Durga Mata Chalisa. And after blessings of Jagadamba Mata, as we're about to dive in the golden pages of our scripture, it is said this part of our scripture in Devi Bhagavad, it speaks about a very unique name of the mother once more. But in order to find and to recognize the name of Devi, we will begin with the messages of the Mahashiva Puran, where we speak of Adi Shakti, Shri Parvati Mata. It is said, as we all remember, Parvati Mata had taken the avatar as Shakti Devi and she came down to the mountains. Her father was called what? Anybody know the father of Parvati Mata? Himavan. And the mother was called? Huh? Meena. Meena Maya. Parvati Mata's mother was called Meena Maya and the father was called Himavan, the father or the head of all the Parvats and all the mountains. And hence she was given the name Parvati as the daughter who has taken birth in the mountains. As a child growing up in society, as a child growing up in the mountains, it is said the mother and the father always taught her to pray, to glorify the Lord of the mountains. She had been taught how to pray to Lord Shiva. As Parvati Devi, she had learned at a very tender age how to love Mahadev, how to love Prabhu Shankar. And she grew up learning to chant the Panchakshara mantra of Mahadev. What is the Panchakshara mantra? Panchakshara mantra is what? No? 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 One more try. Huh? No? Tatpurushaya Vidmahi is the Shiva Gayatri. Trambakam is the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Nagendrahara is the Panchakshara Stotram. Panchakshara mantra is Om Namah Shivaya. It's too easy and you didn't know. Panchakshara mantra is Om Namah Shivaya. It is actually the 5 syllable, but the Om is understood as the handle for every mantra. Namah Shivaya. Panchakshara, 5 syllable mantra. Namah Shivaya. It is said the beautiful mantra was used to glorify Lord Shiva, and the mother taught her to do this. Meena Maya sat down with her daughter at a very childhood day, and she said to her one day, "My child, I will teach you to pray." Nowadays, when we go back home, Trinidad, Guyana and so on, we go back and we see the little children holding a little lota like this, and parents are taking them by the jandi area and they're telling them, hold it in your hand. And the easiest mantra to say is, Om Namah Shivaya, and they offer it. We must teach our children to say prayers. We must teach our children to say mantras. We must teach them these simple mantras that go a long way, so that sometimes when you have to make an offering, you can do it by yourself. When you have to do a Havan Puja, you can do it by yourself. When you have to invoke any deity, you can do it by yourself. For example, if you want to pray to Lord Ganesh Baba, which mantra you'll say? Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighanam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakajeshu Sarvada. If you want to say a mantra to Adi Shakti Durga Devi, which one you'll say? Om Jayanti Mangala Kale. Say that, Kale, know it now? Let me start over. Om Jayanti Mangala Kale Durga Kshama Shiva Datre. To Lord Krishna. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Lakshmi Maya. Arogyam Sukha Samparam. Kya baat. Very nice. I watch all the young want to see if your mouth moving too. Very nice. We were grown up as children. I was grown up as a child where my grandmother sat down with me and she started to teach me now. She says with me now, look at my lips and say it. Om Namah Shivaya. And you started to learn little mantras. My grandmother will put me on her lap and she will say after me now, Om Bhur Bhova Swaha Tat Savitur. And she's teaching us the mantras. And as a child, you're learning the mantras. At the age of 5, you can sit down now and she says, okay, say the mantra for me now. And you're starting, Om Bhur Bhova. And you're going real slow because you're now doing it. Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona. And you were learning how to chant prayer. And Parvati Mata is teaching her the same way. She puts her daughter on her lap and she teaches her how to pray. While she's teaching her child to chant the beautiful mantra of Lord Shiva, father says, while you're sitting here in the Parvat and you're chanting, child, let's go and meet Lord Shiva. We are living in the Parvat, we are living in the mountain. Let's go to where the deities are. Let's go to where Bhagwan actually sits. Tonight, to all those who have come, I commend you, because when you hear the name of the Divine Lord, we must find ourselves there. We must be there. We had mentioned on one night, two nights ago, we had mentioned that while we were having the storm, and while many people didn't come out, one particular man out of the little that was here came all the way from New York just for 2 days. Because he wanted to be here, right here. Tonight we have devotees who have driven all the way from Orlando. And some people say, well, Panditji, have a 20-minute drive. That kind of little far, the weather is something now. And I have devotees all the way from Orlando. Nandan Prado, thank you for coming. A wonderful mom and dad, where we always do yajna by their homes. They've come tonight to join us. Special welcome to them. It is said when we sacrifice the little effort to go towards the Divine Lord, when we sacrifice our time, our efforts, our energy to be in the company and the ambience of God's worship, that brings a miracle in our life. The little we'll do goes a long way. It takes us a long way, but you must make the effort. That's important. Today it is said, while Devi Parvati Mata sits there with her mother and she's learning to chant, Father says, why don't you, let's go to meet Mahadev. You're sitting here and chanting, no problem. Let's go to the feet of the deities and do it. And she says, really? I can meet him? I can meet Mahadev? I can really go and see him? And Lord Shiva, it is said, Himavan says, come, Lord Shiva will bless you. Let's go. And he takes her up the Parvati and they're walking up, a father and a daughter. They're walking together and they're going up the mountain. And when they're about to reach now, the father says, Dekho, look over there. We're seeing like a star, like a light. We're going up to the peak at the top of that Parvati. And right there, the light you're seeing is the shining energy and the light of the moon on the beautiful jata of the Divine Lord. If you listen to the beautiful songs, one beautiful line says this. Juta jata mein Ganga dhari Trishul dhari Damaru baja. Juta jata mein Ganga dhari Trishul dhari Damaru baja. Boliye pyari. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And she sees the little light of the moon and she says, Pitaji, are we going there? Really? Are we going to see him? How excited are you when you're going to see God? Very? How excited are you all when you're coming to see God? Well, we're going, we go see what will happen when we get there. Where's the excitement build up when you're going to pray? Where is the excitement when you're going to do devotion? Where is the excitement? You know what? I'm going to sing for God. I'm going to sing for Bhagwan. I'm going to clap. I'm going to chant. You know what? Before I leave tonight, I want to feel something. I want to feel a vibe. I want to feel an energy. I want to take back that energy into my home, into my workplace. That energy can transform your life into something good. But you have to take it back with you. She's about to go up to the Parvat and she's excited to pray. She's excited to see her Lord. She's excited to see that form. Her mother always speaks of him. Her mother always describes him. He sits in that cold mountain and he has the beautiful Ganga flowing on his head. And while he sits there, he has his kamandalo on his side. He has the tiger skin. He sits and next to him has the wonderful Nandi the bull. He has a snake around his neck. And he sits in that yogic posture and he's praying and meditating. It is a form that anybody will love to see in real life. That day, she says to her father, Pidaji, can we walk faster? I want to see his form. And the father says, you know what? When you want to pass time fast, you must chant and you must sing. When you chant and you sing, time goes quickly. And if you're just sitting there and you're doing nothing and there's no action, then we struggle because time seems like forever. So they're walking up the mountain and they're about to sing for Mahadev. Listen. Chandrasekharaya Namo. Chandrasekharaya Namo. Gangadharaya Namo. Gangadharaya Namo. Chandrasekharaya Namo. Chandrasekharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Everybody bole pyari. Chandrasekharaya Namo Chandrasekharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya. While we are here, let us all not just sit there, but let us clap like this. Bolo. It is said when we praise the name of the Divine Lord and we sing and we clap, we are elevating our energy and our spiritual consciousness. Bolo. Chandrasekharaya Namo Chandrasekharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Hari Om Har Har Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya Namo Om Namah Shivaya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Hara Hara Haraya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Shiva Shiva Shivaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Chandrasekharaya Namo Chandrasekharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo Gangadharaya Namo. Umapati Mahadev ki jai. It is said that day Parvati Mata made her way and she decided to go up now to the Parvati. She's going with her father and her father is speaking the kahanis. Last night we spoke about in order to love God, you must learn to know God first. Not so? We spoke about when you want to love the Divine Master, you must learn and know His energy, His form, certain pastimes, His stories, the kahanis about Him. And only then you can love him. You can only love that deity when you know him well. Today, she decides to listen to these kahanis and the stories of her father. And the father says to her, very soon we will reach. And she's excited to meet the Lord. And when suddenly now she crosses that mountain barrier and she reaches this spot where she can see Mahadev, it is said her heart starts to palpitate. When you're standing before the deities and you're holding your prasad in your hand and you're praying, you're supposed to feel so excited. This is Nauraatri period. 9 days and 9 nights in dedication to the Divine Mother. When you hold that prasad and you're praying to Maya, feel the energy of the Mother permeating through your entire body. She walked up to Prabhu Shankar and Lord Shiva is in meditative posture, his eyes are closed. And she puts her hands together like this. She says, Pitaji, Pitaji, dekho, dekho. Is that the great Mahadev? Ha. That is Mahadev. And she puts her hands together and she says, he is so handsome. He looks so handsome. Can I come here every day and pray to him? And the father says to her, child, he is Lord of the universe. And you are given an opportunity when nobody gets in the world. You can come every day and you can pray. We must learn to encourage our children to pray. Encourage them to sing. Encourage them to play an instrument. Encourage them to learn their culture, their dharma. Encourage them to do prayers and do havan by themselves. Encourage them to always be excited about their religion. The father says to her, nobody will stop you. You can come every day. And when he showed her the path, from that day onwards, she never turned back. From that day, every single day, back and forth, she will go. She will go back home. She will get up very early in the morning. She will sacrifice. And as a little child, she will walk up to the mountain. She will go to the feet of Mahadev. And she will praise his form. She will sing his glories. And she will ensure that the Lord will feel the devotion. She will go with her milk sometimes. And she will pour it at his feet. And every time she pours the milk, Lord Shiva will open the eyes. And he will see the milk being poured. But as soon as he sees the milk, he will close back the eye. And he will continue with his devotion. Knowing that every day that one person is doing devotion. Every day, Bhagwan will acknowledge your prayer. The way you pray and the amount of love you put in your devotion. If you think sometimes that the Lord doesn't answer your prayer and He's not listening to you, the Lord sees it all and He hears it all. But only in the right time and the right moment, He will act. Don't give up. He sits every day and years are passing by. And while the years are passing by, it is said one day when Parvati Mata goes back home, Parvati Devi goes back home to her parents. And as soon as she reaches home, it is said the great sage travels through the skies. And he's about to bring a message. What message will he bring? Narayana, Narayana. He comes down from the heavenly region and he goes to the Parvat and he says, when he sees the father, he says, Himavan Prabhu, my salutations to your beautiful form. Maya Meena, I pay adorations to your beautiful form. And to the divine and holy one, Parvati Mata, I touch your sacred feet. And he turned to the mother and he says, Maya, your daughter is growing up nice. She's living a good life. She's doing good things. Very soon she'll have to become married, you know that. And the mother says, married? She's not going to leave this place. I wanted to stay right here. And the mother looked at Narad Muni and Narad Muni says, Maya, wait, Shanto Jaina, cool down. Nobody getting ready to fight here. Maya, आओ, come. And he looked into the hand of the mother. And when he looked into the hands, he started to see the marks, the sacred marks on the hand of the mother. And he says, Maya, you know, your destiny has brought you well. From this moment in your life, your karmas will start to burn away. Why? Because you've brought about in the world a beautiful child and you grew her up well. And for a good parent, you've been given the most amount of blessings. You have performed your duty. He looks at Himavan and he says, Pitaji, today I pay my respects to you. You have a long way to go with the mountains. And he says, Parvati, Auna, let me take a look into your hands. It is said our destiny is written on our hands. You know that. People read our destiny, look at our hands and they do palmistry and they read our destiny. Our destiny is written on our hands. It is often said that when a child is born, you look at the hands of a baby now born, there's barely any marks. The hands are just red. There's no marks. It says between 6 and 12 days, the devatas come down and they decide now to write the destiny in the life of that child. So between the 6th day and the 12th day, the destiny is written. Where is it written? It's written in the hands, it's written beneath the feet, and it's written on the forehead. I've ever heard people walk up to you and they just look at you and they start to tell you about your life and they say, wait, how we know that? Because even the marks on our face and our forehead and everything has a meaning. There are many people who palmistry and they look at your hands, and when they look at the palm of your hands, they will tell you about your life. And there are many people who can look under your feet and they can also tell you about your life. When Bhagwan Shri Ramachandra, when Bhagwan Shri Krishna came on the earth, it is said in order to know that they were the divine Lord, they saw the sacred symbols in their hands and on their feet. At the base of their feet, they saw the chakra, the Sudarshan chakra. They saw the triangle to represent Adi Shakti. They saw the beautiful swastika. They saw the Om. They saw weapons engraved on their hands. And automatically they knew that no ordinary man will have these symbols or these signs on their body. And they said, these are divine and supernatural beings that have come from the heavenly region, and they can't be a mere man. And that's how they knew the Lord took avatar. Whenever the Lord takes the incarnation on the earth, you will see the sacred symbols and you see the sacred signs. It is said, friends, today, while the Parvati Mata is about to allow a hand to be read, Narad Muni looks into the hand and he says, Are, Meena, come. Meena says, Narad Muni, kya hua? Tell me. I don't have to come. Tell me. Maya, come. I don't want to say too hard. Are, Maya, very soon she'll be getting married. Married? Naraji, go from here. You're causing trouble. And he says, Maya, no, come, look at these lines. You see these lines? I'll tell you, she's about to get married very soon to somebody. And you know what? That person, he is a renunciate. He's a one who is detached. He's detached from many things in the world. He walks about in society with barely any clothing. He just has one tiger skin. And Meena Maya start to change her mind now. What? What again? Tell me, what you seen inside there? And she starts to become agitated. He has a snake around his neck. Who is he? Mahadev. He's one who goes to the cemeterial grounds. And when he goes there, he takes the ashes of the dead and he rubs it on his body. And she says, hey, go, time to go. What would you do if your daughter comes home one day and says, Maya, Ma, you know what, I find the right person. He just go in the cemetery and take ash and rub it on the body. He just walk around with that snake. He walk around bareback. What would you think? She says, Narad Muni, jao yahan se, go from here, don't stay here. You're bringing trouble here. Maya, this is the truth. And the father started to smile because in his mind, he knew that Devi Parvati has fallen in love with Mahadev. And he looks at Devi and Devi smiles. She says, Maya, kya hua? Allow him to read, tell me more. And the mother says, no, this will be it. Narad Muni, I'll give you alms, I'll give you dakshana, you can leave. Parvati Mata turned around and when she heard of her destiny, she started to smile inside. Every day she sits at the feet of Lord Shiva. Every day she was taught to love Lord Shiva. And the day the great sage says that you'll be married to Lord Shiva, mother have a problem. She says, you know what? In her mind, she starts to call out to him. Shiva, 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 Shiva. Nama sumiri mana. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Ravana Naam Liyo Drida Manasi Sakal Deva Snan Karavan Sakal Deva Snan Shiva 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 Nama Sumiri Mana Jai Shiva Om Kara. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Jai Shiva Om Kara. Jai Shiva Om Kara. And at that moment, Parvati Mata decides, Maya, while you think about the situation, I'm leaving for a moment. And you know what she does? She leaves the Parvat and she grabs some flowers and she starts to run up the mountain now. Where is she going? Right by Mahadev. She runs up to Prabhu Shankar Bholenath and she sits down at the feet of Lord Shiva. And she starts to stare at Mahadev. Prabhu, I don't know if you heard. I know you're always sitting on top here and you barely open your eyes. Have you heard? And the Lord doesn't answer. He doesn't say anything. He's in meditation. Are Prabhu, suno na, listen. And the Lord never opens his eyes for a second. And Devi looks and she says, you know what, I will sit here and I will stare at your face until you open your eyes. I will stare at your form until you open your eyes, because you need to know what the future holds for us. And she sits there and with love in her mind, with love in her eyes, she looks at Mahadev and she's waiting there. She doesn't wink, she doesn't turn her face at any direction, but she stares at Prabhu Shankar. And while she's looking at him, it is said minutes are passing, the time is going by, the hours are passing by, and Lord Shiva will dare not look at her. The afternoon is about to dawn, and she realizes it doesn't look. So you know what? She makes up her mind. She goes back home, and the mother says, Hare, where were you whole day? Maya, don't worry about it. I just went to do my prayers and come back. And she goes and she picks up some of her clothing together, and she says, I'm going up there for some days now. I will wait until he opens his eye, because he have to open his eye and look at me. And she picks up some clothes and she decides to go up now this Parvat. And she goes at the feet of Mahadev and she sits there most beautifully, and her hands are like this. It says when you're sitting in a yajna, when you're sitting in devotion, when you're sitting in puja, you're not supposed to sit and do this. What happens when you do this? It's negative. But what do you do when you fold your arms like this? Whenever you fold your arms like this, I'm not too sure if there are any medical students here. Anybody know medical here? Any doctor and so? You guys know a little bit? They say the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body. And the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body. That's true? Right, good. We're on point. And when you cross your arms like this, you are interchanging that energy. Because while this mind must control this side and this must control this side, you are crossing them together, and it's not healthy for you. Because the mind now has to fight to understand now why the cross is there and to figure out certain things because a cross has been done. The same thing with when you fold your foot. When you sit like this is called the yogic posture. When you fold the foot one on top of the other, the same thing happens. So you're not supposed to fold your foot like that. When you're sitting in a yajna, because the energy is flowing from the guru to the shishyas and the devotees, you're not supposed to be sitting and you're propping your chin like this. If my grandmother passed through here and see anybody like this, was relics. The older people, when they see you like this, they say, what happened? You're propping sorrow? Are you calling sorrow? Is something wrong? Somebody died? Something wrong in your life? Why you prop like this? Is your life upside down? And you're calling that negativity. But when you sit in devotion and pray for the Divine Lord, your hands must be put together. And that's what she did. Your hands must be placed like this together. There are many of the elders I've seen back home. When you're doing your puja, your hands are like this and they're looking at the Murti and Panaji is about to give them the offering. And he picks up the flower and they take it. And they offer, Om Namah Shivaya. And they're waiting now and Panaji is bringing something else. But they're not like this. And like this. And prop up the foot. No, they're like this. And they're paying respects and they're waiting because the deity has been awakened with the energy and their hands are put together. Respect to the God that is in front of me. It is not an ordinary being, but the deity is in front of me. And Parvati Mata sat down there and for hours upon hours she just did this. And she's staring at the form of Lord Shiva. And while she's looking up, her hands are like this. Mahadev, look now. Look just once, please, Prabhu. And when she's begging the Lord to look at her, it is said she will glorify Him, she will praise Him, and she will wait. And days are passing by, and the weeks are passing by, and she didn't go back home, but she's intent that the Lord has to look at her. And she will not leave. She is determined. We must learn to be a determined spirit, a determined soul, a determined being. When you want to achieve something, go for it. We must be determined in our mind that whenever you want to set out to receive a goal, you go for it and you work towards it. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody think that you cannot achieve anything and you cannot do anything. You can do it. When I decided, you know what, I couldn't reach any more higher than I could think, I decided to jump off a plane. What was higher than that? Go to the moon? Never allow any fear to grow in your mind. Never allow anything or anybody to come and tell you, you know what, you can't do that. It will never work out for you. If you do that, you will fail. Nothing will work out in your life. Never let the words of people pierce your mind. You are your individual personality. You are your swabhav. Your inner nature has grown within you. And you've come with a duty to perform, and you've come with an inner feeling of strength. And if you are determined, you can achieve anything you want in the world. Whenever people say, I can't do it, I can't do this, and I can't do that, it is only excuse. If you build the mind power and you build strength within your thoughts, you can do anything in the world. Like they say, your mind and prayer can move mountains. Today in our scripture, it is said while Parvati Mata sits there, she is intent, I will not move until you look at me. And she's determined, and while she's looking at the face of Mahadev, the Lord will not look at her. And days and weeks and months and the years are passing by. Narad Muni passes around one day and he sees her sitting there and he says, Arey Devi, kya hua? Devi, what are you doing? And she says, Narad Muni, you said to me that this will be my Lord and my Pati Dev, but days and weeks and months and years, and the Lord is not looking at me. What are you saying? Is it really true? And Narad Muni says, Maya, keep your mind and your power firm and strong, and He will look at you. If we want a blessing from God, don't just try one time and say a prayer and expect things to happen. Don't just fast one day in the year. How often always fast? How often you fast? Once a week? How many people fast once a week? Let me see your hands. Once in 2 weeks. 2 days for the year? Oh, a week. Okay. So what do you call fasting? Abstaining from meat? Yeah? How many people abstain from salt food? One time in a year. In the whole year. Arey Bhagwan. They have to come and give you all some fasting classes. Abstaining from meat is an easy one. Despite we think it's so hard and we need to give up these things, it's an easy one. True tapasya goes beyond that. The great saints and the sages used to stand up on a mountain with one foot for hundreds of years. In the age of Satyuga, it is said when a devotee wanted God to come down in front of them and give them the blessing that they want, they would have stand on the mountain with 1 foot, put their hands like this, and for 100 years they stand up just like this and they're chanting Om Namah Shiva. In the age of Treta Yuga, even then devotees had gone to the forest and they would sit in meditative posture and they wouldn't eat anything at all. They would just live on air because even in the air there are particles. You ever pass in the kitchen and you smell something and it smells good? I mean, without even eating it with your mouth, you don't eat it past your nose. Because there are particles in the air that can even feed you. And then even in the age of Dwapar Yoga, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, he says that in today's world we will urge devotees to fast. He says a proper fasting will be 52 days before your function. Jai Narayan, Baba, we got dead. People say we can't manage. So then you know what the Pandits say, well 21, 21 is our holy number. Even 21 we complain about. So we say, Panditji, 1 week of work? How much is 1 week? Well, you know, from prayers is Saturday, so Monday to Friday and then Saturday is the prayers. And then some people come and say, Panditji, well, you know how work and thing is, you know, it's a little tough. So Saturday is the prayers. You think we could fast Friday? And we get the questions. And we have to wonder now what to tell you. Because the right thing is the right thing. So today, fasting. You know what fasting does? Anybody, tell me what fasting does. What fasting does? Cleanse? What again? Sacrifice? No, not all that. When you fast, you don't lose weight. Fasting cleanses your body, your mind, and your being. What you eat, so you think, or whatever you eat, so you think, and so you become. When you eat sattvic and divine food, the mind starts to think holy, divine, sattvic in itself. When the body starts to transform because you're fasting, abstaining not just from meat but from salt food, the body transforms into divinity and something that is pure. And then you're prepared for prayers and puja. Fasting is very healthy for your mind, not just the body, for your mind and your consciousness. And today, Parvati Mata, she isn't eating anything. And she's praying to Lord Shiva. And she's waiting for the Lord to bless her. She says, Narad Muni, how much longer to wait? And Narad Muni says, Maya, don't give up. But she sits there and she's becoming impatient. She's becoming uneasy. Listen. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Shankar. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Shankar. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai. Everybody bole. Ajara Amara Advaita Agochara. Ajara Amara Advaita Agochara. Hara 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 Hara. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Shankar. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva Shankar. Jai Shiva, Jai Shiva, Jai. दृग में ज्वाला कंटा काला हो. दृग में ज्वाला कंटा काला. हर 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 हर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव शंकर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव शंकर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव. विष कपाला कपरवाला हो. विष कपाला कपरवाला. हर 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 हर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव शंकर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव शंकर. जय शिव, जय शिव, जय शिव. वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. उमापति महादेव की जय. It is said Devi Mata, she waited and she waited for so long. And Lord Shiva at no point opened his eyes and she says, you know what? As a Devi, she started to become angry now. She started to become agitated. You know what? I have been coming and sitting here for days and weeks and months and years. And I'm praying to you, Mahadev, and for nothing in the world you will even open your eyes and look at me. Don't you value my love? Don't you value my dedication? My determination? Don't you value how I pray? And she sits there. And when she realizes that Lord Shiva didn't open his eyes, she got up from there and she decided, you know what? I came to you and I prayed and you never opened your eyes. Well, today, here's what. I'm not going to do this anymore. I am going down there and I will go down to the bottom of this Parvat and I will sit and I will pray. And I will pray until you wake up from where you are and you come to me now. Jai Narayan. They say a woman have power, right? True? That true? All the women don't answer. Let me hear the men now. She decided that she will go down at the base of the mountain. She left and she walked down to the bottom of the mountain. She found a nice rock and she sat down there. And when she sat down, she sat down in that beautiful meditative posture. She took a deep breath and she says, Lord Shiva, today I took everything that I have and I sat down at your feet, but no longer will I come to you. You come to me now. And she closed her eyes and the same name she started to chant, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And she starts to pray. And because of the intensity, the power, the devotion she puts in her prayer, it is said a bright light starts to shine from within her heart and her consciousness. And the bright light starts to grow in such a way that it starts to surround her body. Last night we were speaking about the aura that covers you. And that energy started to surround her body, creating a positive aura and a positive energy. Have you ever found yourself among certain people where when you walk up to them, you feel a nice vibe, a nice energy, and say, you know what, I like him. I like her. That energy, it's attracting me. It's nice. I like it. I just want to be around that person. I just want to be around them. It's a good aura that they've created. And have you ever found yourself around people that the minute you see them alone, you say, oh God, I hope you come and talk to me now? Because the minute you see that energy, leave me alone. That energy is bad. How to create a positive energy? It starts from your heart. When you're a genuine person, a true energy glows around you. When you're a peaceful person, a good energy glows around you. And when you only live a life of negativity, it shows. It is felt. You stand next to somebody alone, you don't even know them. Maybe you're traveling to go somewhere. Maybe you're walking through the mall, you're walking somewhere. And as soon as you pass by somebody, you just feel a vibe and you say, oh God, how them look so? Because you feel a vibe that you don't like. Older people have always said, you know what, they talk to somebody, they say, my blood take you. You ever hear that? My spirit take you. Oh, you don't know spirit and thing here. They say, my blood take you. And if you don't feel it, you say, my blood doesn't take you. Today, it is said when she starts to pray, the energy, the aura starts to become positive. It becomes so much that it starts to surround her. The trees that were nearby, it is said the birds that were nearby started to fly away because they felt an energy that was too powerful. The animals that were nearby, the deers that were walking by, they felt so much of the energy, feeling like a heat. They started to move away. It was too powerful for them. It is said the earth started to become hot. And while the earth becomes hot, the energy starts to travel throughout the skies. High above in the beautiful place of Indraloka, Lord Indra and all the gods are sitting there. And while they're sitting, they start to feel the earth feeling hot. Lord Indra, Indradev, he said he didn't have on his chappal. He felt the heat of the earth and he says, Hare, Devatas, feel something on the ground. And when he touched the ground was hot. And they said, you know what? Find out what is happening. There's a heat on the earth, and if this heat continues, the world can be destroyed. Find out where this heat is coming from. And when the gods decided to go to the source of the heat, what did they see? They saw Parvati Mata sitting like this, and she's chanting Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. Let me hear you loudly. Om. एक बार बोलिए प्यार से ओम नमः शिवाय. Top of your voice. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Narad Muni passed by and he looked down and he saw the mother. Lord Indra decided to say, Narad Muni, go and speak to her. Tell her to stop that devotion, it will destroy the world. And he said, Narad Muni put his hands together and he says, I cannot stop a pure devotee of Mahadev. If you go, you will fail, but you cannot stop a pure devotee. If you're a pure, genuine devotee of God, nobody can stop you. If you're a pure, genuine devotee of any deity, nobody will be able to stop you. Just pray from your heart and sing with love, and nobody can stop your success in the world. That day, Narad Muni traveled away. Lord Indra decides, now you know what, we need to go and speak to somebody to get the assistance. We need to allow somebody to guide us. And when you have a problem and when you have a situation and there's nobody physically you think you can talk to, who must you turn to? Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Must turn to your Guru, turn to your preceptors. The spiritual teachers have come in the world to guide you. And when you think you can't talk to your mother, you can't speak to your father, you can't speak to your brother, your friend, or you can't speak to anybody about certain things in your life, then the gurus are there. The true and the real gurus are there to listen to you, to give you a proper advice. They see the world in a higher perspective. They understand life on a higher region out of the knowledge that they have, and they can guide you accordingly. So they said the Devatas now, they're going to Guru Brihaspati, and they're about to ask, what can we do to ease the situation? To those who know it, sing with me. Aao Gurudev Darshan dejo. Aao Gurudev Darshan dejo. तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता. We sing all together. आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन देजो. आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन देजो. तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः. If you have a guru, how many people have a guru? Let me see. If you have a guru, think about the guru in your mind. If you don't have a guru, then at some point you should get a preceptor, a guru that you can relate to, somebody you can speak to, somebody who can hear you and advise you. And if you think that you have no one in mind, then think of your parents, because those are your gurus. Whether they are alive or not, their energy can guide you in the right path. तुम ही हो ब्रह्मा, तुम ही हो विष्णु, तुम ही हो शंकर रूपा. सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूप तुम हो, सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूप तुम हो अनादि रूपा. हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता. It is said they decided to go to Guru Brihaspati and went to the Guru. The Guru says, go to the Sapta Rishis, the 7 great gurus of the universe. Go and speak to them and they will advise you. So they decided now to go to the Sapta Rishis. The Sapta Rishis are the banks of the beautiful Yamuna, and they're making their offerings into the water. And Lord Indra and all the gods, they've gone there. They're paying their pranams. Gurudev, we pray your pranams and we touch your holy feet. Gurudev, we have a problem. Parvati Mata, she's sitting and she's praying so much that the world is becoming burned by the heat of her devotion. Can you please tell us what to do? And it is said at that point now, the 7 rishis, they said to Lord Indra, I cannot help. Nobody can help except Mahadev. She's praying for Lord Shiva. And in order to ease the trouble of the world, only Lord Shiva can go. So you go to Kailash Parvat, and whatever it takes you, wake up Mahadev and allow Lord Shiva now to do what he has to do, because destiny has to be written in the world. All together. Om Gurudev Jai Gurudev. 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 Om Gurudev. Akanna mandalakaram vyaptamena characharam tatparam darshitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Om Gurudev Jai Gurudev. Om Gurudev Jai Gurudev. Om Gurudev Jai Gurudev. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. We must allow our children and our youth and our younger ones to get initiation, because in life they need a guru. One day parents won't be there and they'll need an advice. They'll need to know a direction. And sometimes they may not know who to trust, but the guru is that spiritually elevated person that will be able to give you a direction and a sense of direction in your life. Today, they've decided now that they will go to Kailash Parvat. They've gone to Mount Kailash and they're looking at Mahadev in a meditative posture. Har Har Mahadev, Jai Shambhu. And they're praying to Lord Shiva. Prabhu, please open your eyes. Haven't you felt the heat on the earth? And Mahadev opened the eyes for a second and he sees all the gods and he pays a pranams and he says, Pranams deities. Why have you come? And Lord Indra stands in front and he says, Prabhu, there's one great devotee of yours. She sits at the bottom of this Parvat and she's praying. Mahadev says, what is she praying for? Bless her with it, it's fine, give her. Mahadev, she's praying for you to be her husband. Arey, I've given up long time now. When Sati Devi burnt her body, I have given up. I'm a renunciate, I will not fall in love again. So whatever it is, give her something else. Allow her to ask for anything that she wants besides that. Give it to her. And the gods are saying, Mahadev, the only thing she wants is you. He says, nobody can't achieve me like that. Nobody can't just attain Shambhu. It is not so easy. Go and test her and see how determined she is to have me as a Patidev. Mahadev, it is only you who can do this task. So Lord Shiva gets up from where he was and he says, you know what, I will test her. And I will show you how people are foolish in the world. I'll show you how people are fanatics in the world. I show you how people are fake in the world. They sit to pray, but they're not really praying. Their mouth only moving and there's no love. He says, I'll show you how people on the earth, they sit down and they're clapping and the pundits are telling them clap. But they're clapping like this and no sound coming out. Because there's only a reaction. There's only an action as a matter of fact. And no love is there. You're telling them to sing loudly and the mouth moving. And you're not hearing anything. Because you know what? They are fanatics in the world. They come to my home. They come to my abode. And they're coming with a different gesture in mind. They're coming with a different mentality. They didn't come to pray. They're coming to the holy places, but they've come to see who came. They're coming to see what they did to the mandir. They're coming to see how they dressed the place. They're coming to see who dressed up and who didn't dress up. They're coming to see everything else, if their friend came or not. Everything else but God. And Mahadev is saying, Indradev, I'll show you how she's a fanatic. She's not real. And they say, Prabhu, well, it is only up to you now. Nobody else can fix this but you. Mahadev leaves and he goes down. He goes down to the spot and he sees now that radiating energy that is powerful. It is shining, it is bright and it is hot. And Mahadev transforms himself into that of a holy saint. And when he turns into the holy saint, he decides now to walk up to her and he says, Hare Bam Bam Bola, Hare Hare Shambhu, Hare Maya. And she's in meditation. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And she hears Hare Hare Shambhu. And she opens the eyes. Shambhu, I heard that name. And when she opens the eyes, automatically now the energy starts to draw back in because she has broken concentration. And when it curbs back within her body, she sees a saint. And she gets up from the spot and she says, Maharishi, pranams. When I see a great soul, I must pay respect. When we see our pundits and our rishis and our maharishis and our swamis, we must show that respect. She got up and she saw that great saint and she put her hands together. Maharishi, please bless me. And when she put the hands together, it is said, Mahadev in this form, he says, I bless you, Maya. Hare Maya, why are you sitting here and you're praying? What are you doing? Your prayer is creating a heat in the world and in the universe. What are you doing? And she says, I'm praying to allow Mahadev to be shaken on top of Kailash Parvat. And I want him to come here because I want him to become married to me. It is written in my destiny. I prayed for years and he haven't come. Today he will have to come. And Mahadev looks at her, he laughs and he says in this form of a great saint, Hare Devi, look how beautiful you are. As much as you're beautiful, why do you sit here and fight for somebody who's sitting on a cold mountain? You want to go up there and live in the cold? Do you want to go and sit down next to somebody who have a snake all the time? You can't sleep. Do you want to sit next to somebody who only surrounds himself with negative souls and spirits and bhoot and pret? Do you want to sit in Kailash? Arey, forget about him, he's no good. He only takes all the people who are dead, he takes their souls and they travel with him. He puts on, he smears on his body the ashes of the dead. He is no good of a person. And when she heard the words of the saint, she stopped for a second and she says, hey, wait, stop right there. You came to me and I showed you respect as a guru. And I told you what I want. Respect my wishes. If you think you've come to bad talk and to ill speak the one that I'm praying for, leave. I don't want to hear it. And we try to teach and tell people that in the congregation, when people sit together, when people come to tell you about people, when people come to ill speak others, when people come to bad talk somebody, put the stop to it and say, you know what, wait, that is my friend. I know him, I know her, I don't want to hear anything bad. Don't let people put the wedge between your family. Don't let people put the wedge between your home. Don't let people break up your home and your marriages and your relationships by putting bad energy into it. When people come with the bad words, put a stop to it. I don't want to hear it. She says, great saint, today I respected you, but you know what? Leave. You do not deserve my prayer and my blessing. You do not deserve to speak to me. And she's about to go back and sit down. And Mahadev in his form, he walks up and he says, but you'll be cursed. You'll be cursed for doing this in the world. She says, leave. You cannot bad talk the person that I have fallen in love with. And Mahadev realizes that she's not ordinary. He says, I thought she was a fanatic. She probably just wanted some boon. But he realized that she's not ordinary. And the Lord says, okay, I will show you then. And he's about to transform into his beautiful form. And when she sits there to meditate, and she says, Om Namah Shivaya, it is said from the skies and the heavens, Lord Indra and all the other gods, they're saying the moment has come, and the right time has come. And Lord Shiva, he transforms himself into his original form. And when he turns into that form of Shambhu Bholenath, it is said there and then, she looks at him, and he says, Bam Bam Bola, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. And she looks at Lord Shiva, and you know what she does? She closes back the eye, and she says, I begged you to look at me, and you couldn't look at me. Today, you will have to beg me to open back my eyes. And she closed the eyes now, and Shambhu Bholenath is standing there in front of all the gods, and he says, we will do what we have to do. Umapati Mahadev ki! Shankaram, Shankaram, Vanchitamaram Bhajatavaram Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamaram Bhajatavaram Shekaram Shekaram Vanchitamaram Bhajatavaram Shankaram clap, everybody, bolo. Manasa Drita Bahubhavanam Manasa Manasa Drita Bahubhavanam Nana Deva Nanorasanam Nana Deva Nanorasanam Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamalam Vajitavaram Om Namah Shivaya. Karunagya Karunagya Drita Bhuvanaganam Karunagya Drita Bhuvanaganam Avagate Vitaranam Matakala Mataranam Avagate Vitaranam Matakala Mataranam Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamaram Vajatavaram Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamaram Vajatavaram Kamadam Vritamadanamadam Kamadam Kamadam Vritamadanamadam Kalika Pramadam Sachidanandam Kalika Pramadam Sachidanandam Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamaram Vajadavaram Shankaram Shankaram Vanchitamaram Vajadavaram Shekalam Shekalam Kanchitakalam Namatahadamalam 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 Shankaram Trambakam yajamahe Sugandhim pushti vardhanam Urvarukameva vandana Mrityurmukshiyamamritat Om Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. It is said on that beautiful day, Mahadev walked up to her and she sat down in meditation. And while she continued the meditation, Bhagwan Shiva, Maya, Shanto Jaina, please calm down, you will destroy the world. Maya, please, maaf kijiye, I am asking forgiveness today. It is said Devi Mata sat on that rock in meditation, and while she was called Parvati Mata, that day, because of the humbling of Lord Shiva in front of her, and that day, because of the intense tapasya and fasting that she had performed, she was given the name Aparna Mata. She was called Aparna Mata, one of the transformation forms of Devi, as Parvati Mata, as she transforms into the ascetic who sits in meditation and she lures Mahadev all the way from on top of Kailash Parvat, right in front of her. Aparna Mata is her name. It is said she sat there and Lord Shiva walked up to her. He knelt down and he put his hands together and he says, Maya, I pay respects. I had taken your energy for granted, but today I've seen your power. Maya, please forgive me. Ask for anything that you wish for, and I will grant it to you. And what does she say? What she want? She says, firstly, I want to become married to you. But there's a condition. What is the condition? The last time I sat on your side, I was in the form of Sati Devi. I had run away from my father's home and I sat down next to you at in the Parvati. And when my father didn't agree, I burnt my body. This time, in the name of Parvati, I want a proper wedding. I want the barrier to come. I want everybody to come together. And I want a proper wedding. And that day, Mahadev looked at her and he says, well, the first thing I will do is I will go to your home and I will ask for your hand in marriage. Mahadev leaves his spot and he's about to go ask for the hand. Who does he meet at the doorway of the mountain? Meena Maya. What happened to Meena Maya? She don't want to hear about no Mahadev as husband. Meena Maya is standing there and Mahadev comes and she's acting as though Om Namah Shivaya. Kya hua? What do you want, Shambhu? Are Maya, I've come to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. She fainted away right there. Right there she fainted. It is said Himavan came outside and he says, Prabhu, kya hai? Prabhu Shankar says, today, Pitaji, I've come to ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. It is said the father was so happy. He waited for that day and that moment. He says, Mahadev, sure, definitely, let's start to make preparations and everything will flow as it is supposed to be. And as soon as he spoke like this, Lord Shiva says, but what about the mother? What about Meena Maya? He said, don't worry, I will take care about you. I will deal with that part of it. It is said the mother at that point, he tried to wake up and he says, Hare Devi, we have to prepare. The wedding ceremony is about to take place very soon. We have to prepare the mountains. And she said to who? Lord Shiva. She fainted away again. She never wanted to approve Mahadev because she always wanted the best in her mind. Not thinking of Kailash Parvat or Lord Shiva, but thinking of the space that her daughter will have to go to. But Parvati Mata became wed to Lord Shiva. And when she became wed, it is said all the gods will celebrate with her. All the gods will come and they will dance with her. They will dance and they will celebrate in a most beautiful way because the union will ensure now the birth of Lord Ganapati. It will ensure the birth of Kartikeya. And it is said these deities will bring about many kahanis in the world and it will save the world from many things. So today, as we glorify Devi, finally, and as we praise her form, in the form of Adi Shakti, while the gods will dance, this is a beautiful bhajan that speaks of the devatas dancing. This is how it goes. Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Gopal Radhe, Nachata Aaye Ganapati, Ananda Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. All the gods will come together and while the wedding will take place, listen. Nachata Aaye Ganapati, Nachata Aaye Ganapati, Ananda Radhe, Govinda Radhe, Nachata Aaye Ganapati, Ananda Radhe. ब्रह्म भी आए, विष्णु भी आए, ब्रह्म भी आए, ब्रह्म भी आए, विष्णु भी आए, संग में आए सरस्वती, संग में आए सरस्वती, आनंद राधे गोविंद राधे, नाचता आए गणपति आनंद राधे। डमरू बजावत शंकर भी आए, डमरू बजावत शंकर भी आए। डमरू बजावत शंकर भी आए, संग में आए पार्वती, संग में आए पार्वती। आनंद राधे गोविंद राधे, नाचता आए गणपति। आनंद राधे गोविंद राधे, नाचता आए गणपति। आनंद राधे गोविंद राधे, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे, गोविंद राधे गोपाल राधे, गोविंद राधे। जगदम्बा देवी माता की, आज शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी माता की जय। It is said the wedding had been performed and Devi Parvati went up to Kailash Parvat and she sat down in the right position of Lord Shiva, and all the devatas would have worshipped her as the supreme goddess, Sri Adi Shakti. This is how we end our message on this beautiful night. This is how we end our message for the Yajna. And as we do conclude, we have the Havan Puja that is to be done at this time. So let's all join as we say Swaha loudly after each offering. We're about to perform our Havan Puja. We offer the Achman. Om Sarvatartha Samayuktam Sugandhim Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Medattam Grihanam Parameshwaram Achmanyam Samarpayami Agni Devtaya Namaha. You say Swaha loudly after each offering. Om Agni Devtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Prajapate Namaha Swaha. Om Indraya Namaha Swaha. Om Somaya Namaha Swaha. Om Varun Devtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Sarveshwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Nidhanapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gajagaurishwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Harivittalaya Namaha Swaha. Om Dumduragaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ishriyutaya Namaha Swaha. Om Radhe Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Lambodharaya Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Sakala Devaya Namaha Swaha. Om Lambodharaya Namaha Swaha. Om Radhe Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ashtasiddhimataya Namaha Swaha. Om Gopinathaya Namaha Swaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha Swaha. Om Hiranyarutaya Namaha Swaha. Om Gajagaurishwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Shilambodharaya Namaha Swaha. Om Balachandraya Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Om Shivattaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Pravini Devi Mataya Namaha Swaha. Om Rudraya Namaha Swaha. Om Kalvikarnaya Namaha Swaha. Om Govindaya Namaha Swaha. Om Gajagaurishwaraya Namaha Swaha. We make 5 shares. Gayatri Mantra 3 times, everybody loudly. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Swaha. Om Trambakam Yajamahi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandanam Mrityurmokshiyamamritat Swaha. Let us all stand for the final offering. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णगं स्वाहा। You offer Achman. ओम सर्वतीर्थसमायुक्तं सुगन्धिं निर्मलं जलम् आचमन्यमेदत्तं गृहाणां सर्वन्तु मङ्गलम् आचमन्यं समर्पयामि अग्निदेवताय नमः। We take a flower, we find Agni Dev in all directions. Om Varnaspatirssobhutagandhadegandutmargya sarvadevanam dhupoyam pratigartam Gandham vilepanam samarpayami gandham pratigartam Om Shatagandham samarpayami. Everybody extend your arms, take blessings of Agni. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishwar Mangalam Garuratvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayatano Hari Om Sri Agni Devtaya Namaha. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. As we remain standing, we now join in beautiful arti. सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया। अरे मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। पान सुपारे ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारे ध्वजा नारियल। पान सुपारे ध्वजा नारियल हे तेरे भेत चराया हे तेरे भेत चराया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती। धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया। ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे। ब्रह्मा वेद परे तेरे द्वारे शंकर जान लगाया शंकर जान लगाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। ऊंचे पर्वत बान्यो दीवारा ऊंचे पर्वत बान्यो दीवारा। ऊंचे पर्वत बान्यो दीवारा नीचे शहर बसाया नीचे शहर बसाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे सुन मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती। धूप दीपनय वेद्य आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया। धानु भगतमय तेरे गुण गाये धानु भगतमय तेरे गुण गाये। मनो भगतमय तेरे गुण गाय, मन वांछित फल पाया, मन वांछित फल पाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार तेरे, गुरु मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। अम्बा जय जय अम्बा, 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 अम्बा जय जय अम्बा। अयगिरि नंदिनी नंदित मेदिनी विश्व विनोदिनी नंदिनुते, निर्वत कुंदिनी वासिनी वासय विश्व विलासिनी विश्वनुते। भगवती हे स्थिति कुंड कुटुंबिनी भोर कुटुंबिनी पुरकृते, जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यक पर्णिनि शैलसुते। सुरवर वर्षिणि दुरधर दर्शिनि दुरमुखमर्षिणि हर्षरति, त्रिभुवन पोषिणि शंकर तोषिणि त्रिविक्रमोषिणि गोचरति। धनुजनि रोषिणि दितिसुत रोषिणि धर्मदहोषिणि सिन्धुसुते, जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते। दुम दुर्गाय नमः, 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 दुम दुर्गाय नमः। दुम दुर्गाय नमः, दुम दुर्गाय नमः, दुम दुर्गाय नमः, नमः 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 नमः। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू, धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन। अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, उमापति महादेव की, जगदम्बा देवी माता की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। Let us all take our seats, everyone.